A woman dripped 100-degree candle wax into her nail bed, then pressed a giant diamond into it. She grabbed a magnifying glass and looked closely. The diamond was almost perfectly hidden in her nail. That's when she came up with a bold plan. She'd been a loyal employee at this jewelry company for years, but now they were heartlessly about to fire her as the boss's personal assistant. She knew he'd definitely keep the vault password at home, so during a fancy party at his place, she secretly slipped into his study and started searching through his drawers. But no matter how hard she looked, she couldn't find a thing. Just as she was panicking, the boss suddenly walked in. She quickly ran upstairs to hide, and that's when she saw him opening the safe. She grabbed a pair of binoculars and clearly saw the code. After he left, she rushed back down and opened the safe. Inside was the password to the company's main vault. She thought that was all she needed. But the next day, the company suddenly installed a security camera right by the vault. Now all her planning was useless. Just when she was feeling hopeless, the company janitor, Nick, came to her with an idea. He was just a few months away from retirement and wanted to live out the rest of his days in comfort. So he too had been thinking about stealing a diamond. He had found a loophole. Even though they added cameras, there were 8 cameras but only 4 monitors, so the footage switched every 60 seconds, which meant they had a 1-minute window to open the vault and steal the diamond. They decided to work together and planned to hide the diamond in Nick's thermos. Since he used it every day, security would never check it. If they pulled it off, they could walk out with the diamond in plain sight. On the night of the heist, Nick timed the camera switch while pretending to clean. Once the night shift began, he rushed toward the vault pushing his cleaning cart, but when it was time to enter the code, his hands were shaking too much. He wasted precious seconds and couldn't get the door open in time. Luckily, they had a backup plan. The woman used a public phone to call the security office. Right as the camera showed Nick, the guard stood up to answer the call. By the time he came back, Nick was already inside the vault. The next morning, the woman arrived at work and casually greeted Nick as he was finishing the night shift. She glanced at the thermos in his hand and smiled, knowing the plan had worked. But what she didn't know was that inside the thermos, there wasn't a diamond, just a regular cup of coffee.